India is one of the fastest growing economies and now ranks as the fourth largest economy of the world. One of the key drivers of our economy is the rail transportation network. Indian Railways is one of the largest rail networks in the world under single management. The rapid economic growth, averaging at 8.45% per annum for the last 10 years, has put huge demand on existing rail infrastructure. The core growth of Indian economy, like power, coal mining, steel, cement production, fertilizer and petroleum, have great dependence on railways. And in consonance, Railways has set a target of 1,850 million tons of freight in its 2020 vision document. To supplement the rapid development, Railways have identified its high-density freight routes of Golden Quadrilateral and its diagonals for line capacity enhancement. The Golden Quadrilateral and its diagonals, which are just 16% of rail network, carry 58% of total freight traffic.
The cheapest and the most environmentally friendly mode of transportation is the railway transportation, and this today has been recognized all over the world. We must have a corridor which gives impetus to the national economy, and that can only be done if we improve our freight traffic flows.
In the year 2006, Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India Limited, DFCCIL, was established. The DFC project is a unique project. It has achieved landmarks at every level of planning, engineering, design and technology. DFC uses some of the most technologically innovative methods to achieve its futuristic goals.
We are building a futuristic pan-India national network wherein we are going for heavy haul and long haul operations, and this will be a world-class infrastructure. The heavy axle load track is being designed for the first time in the country. We are encouraging use of new technology not only in design but in the construction as well. Our contracting strategy is unique on this project, which is design, build and lump sum. Our maintenance philosophy will be based on the predictive and preventive maintenance.
In the first phase of this mega project, DFCCIL has taken up 2 corridors at an estimated cost of 88,000 crore rupees. The eastern and the western freight corridors pass through 9 states, 60 districts and 2,500 villages. The prime objectives for building these dedicated freight corridors are to create additional rail infrastructure to cater to increased transport demand as well as to reduce unit cost of transportation. DFC will provide seamless end-to-end solution to the customers and segregate freight infrastructure for focused approach on both passenger and freight business of railways. The Eastern Corridor has a route length of 1,839 kilometers and stretches from Ludhiana in Punjab to Dankuni in West Bengal. The Eastern Corridor will cater to the enhanced movement of coal to power plants, steel, petroleum, fertilizer and food grains, etc. The Western Corridor is from JNPT in Mumbai to Dadri in Uttar Pradesh, covering a distance of 1,500 kilometers. The Western Corridor will cater to India's strategy of transformation to a global export hub. The Western Corridor will also help in domestic movement of industrial production from Western India to the northern part of the country through containers.
Today we are moving our freight traffic on the same corridors as we are moving our passenger traffic. So there's mixed traffic, and that slows down the freight traffic to a considerable extent because the passenger traffic has to be given precedence and freight trains have to wait, and line capacity constraints are there. With the creation of these double line electrified freight corridors, there would be a huge impetus for freight traffic to flow independently, unhindered. Freight train speeds are averaging about 25 to 30 kilometers per hour. The freight corridors are likely to increase this average speed to above 50 kilometers per hour, maybe going up to 70 kilometers per hour. This is expected to give a very, very big boost to the national economy.
DFC is the pioneer in operation of double-stack containers on electrified routes. Dedicated Freight Corridor envisages electric double-stack long-haul operation with trailing loads of 15,000 tons and container capacity of 400 per train, which will be a first in the world. The axle load has been increased to 32.5 tons. DFC will be a high-speed freight corridor, increasing the maximum speed from 75 at present to 100 km per hour. For the first time in railway history, the mobile radio communication and GSM-based tracking of trains will be used. All these features make it one of the safest rail systems in our country. With an efficient, cost-effective and lean organization, DFC will reduce the operation cost to half as compared to the present railway system. Availability of land holds the key for faster construction of dedicated freight corridors. DFC will use about 6,000 hectares of available railway land and acquire 10,750 hectares of land. Further, the main cities and towns have been bypassed to avoid any inconvenience to the population due to land acquisition and other issues.
The land acquisition on this project was a mammoth task. We are acquiring the land under a special act called Railway Amendment Act 2008. We have already acquired a large chunk of the land without any major hiccups and by addressing all the concerns of the project affected people. The balance land is likely to be acquired very soon. While acquiring land on this project, we have suitably addressed all the social as well as the environmental concerns. Apart from the grievance redressal mechanism at 3 levels in the field, there is a unique provision on this project, and that is the ombudsman. So if someone is not satisfied with the redressal of his grievance at the lower level, he can approach the ombudsman.
Apart from compensation, the rehabilitation package offered by DFC is unique in a way that it provides for the cost of resettlement and rebuilding of assets of affected people. The DFC project has followed green guidelines to the maximum possible extent and has used technologies which save energy and resources as much as possible. The flow of uninterrupted finance is the key for this kind of mega project.
The bank is very happy to assist with that. It will have enormous environmental benefits as well. It will take off cargo goods from the roads to the rails.
The DFCC has made foolproof arrangements for timely and uninterrupted flow of finance, as the Eastern Corridor is financed by World Bank and the entire funding for Western DFC is provided by Japan, JICA.
DFC, East Corridor and Western Corridor, will be the backbone of the Indian economy. We are inviting Japanese private sectors to make more investment along this corridor.
The DFCC project is likely to be a key driver of Indian economy and a game-changer project. The DFC project will reduce the transit time to 1/3 and will bring new state-of-the-art terminals for improved customer service. DFC will become an important lifeline to our economic growth. DFC, building the nation. DFC, carrying India to a higher growth path.